Such a catchy tune, Mr. Phil Busardo. Good
It
afternoon.
really is like you were humming it and singing it. Like, can you even sing that? You were humming it before we went live.
I don't know. It's
So
just such
apparently you
such
like
a.
you like that little song
I
there.
do. I do. I've been using it a lot lately on our streams. But anyway, that's not what we're here for today. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is Thursday, May 28th, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm assuming 10 p.m. on the West Coast. Do you remember when CJ, the vaping monkey, used to do that all the time? He used to do these shows on Stickcam, and he used to announce the time, and then he would say, "And it's this much time on the West Coast." Like,
On the
come
West
on,
Coast.
dude, just subtract 3 hours. We got it.
Speaking of Stickam and Vaping Monkey and like the old vape team and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
we were just talking about something before we went live about something that we're going to be bringing to the
Yes.
DP show,
Yes.
which is kind of exciting.
Very, very exciting. Announcement soon.
We got a bunch of stuff coming up.
But what we're here for today is to announce our proclamation of a day. It's about time that we took vaping a little bit seriously, right, Phil?
Proclamation? Did you just say?
Is that correct?
Something like that, like proclamation. I don't know.
Yeah, is that correct?
I think it is. I think it is something that we should be serious about. It's something that we talk about seriously because God knows it gets enough negative press. It would be nice if we talked about it in a positive way, in a professional way, and in the way that I think it was originally designed for, which is to really help people not smoke. And we're talking about World Vape Day.
Yes, yes, very exciting. You know what? I did a podcast this past week with Logan Rise and Vape. If you want to go check it out, and I was pretty harsh, but honest and fair.
I can't believe that from you.
But fair.
Shocking.
But the reality is that as a community, we are deflated. We have become complacent. I think a lot of us and a lot of you feel like there's no hope. And in times like that, we really lay down, which we should be doing the opposite. In difficult times is where people stand up and really show what they're made of. And unfortunately, for the last 5-6 months, we haven't been able to do that. And it's really discouraging for people like me and Phil, for organizations, for consumer organizations, for volunteers and advocates and activists that go out there every day and try to be to have an influential change, even if at a small level. And in order to help them and help us, we really need to step it up. And this is the perfect opportunity. This is the perfect opportunity with May 30th, as we're proclaiming to be the World Vape Day. And why are we doing it May 30th? Obviously, May 31st is World Anti-Tobacco Day.
Right.
And before I get into that, I just sent a message yesterday to Phil, and I said this. I said, World Anti-Tobacco Day is May 31st. How many vape shops have you seen? And I follow a lot of vape shops in the United States, their Facebook page and all that. How many vape shops have you seen? And you guys that are in the chat now, let me know. How many vape shops have you seen take advantage of this day and start doing some promotions? 50% off starter kits, for example, 20% off starter kits. Do something to entice smokers to come into your facility. Me personally, and you know how I am on social media, Phil. I notice everything. I have seen absolutely nothing. What a great opportunity, right, Phil?
Yeah, I was really surprised because I didn't see anything either. And I get a lot of emails, not only from like manufacturers in China, but I get emails from local, local vape shops and local organizations. And I really haven't seen anything. All I see, if I could summarize the emails that I've received in the last 2 to 3 days, was like another 20 disposable puff bar alikes coming out, and how many do you want to order?
Yes.
It's kind of been what it's been.
Yes, and I think not to make it into a product thing. We don't want to make it into that. What I want to make it into is, no matter what, do something. I mean, have vape shops even given up where you're not taking advantage of this great opportunity of combining World Vape Day and World Anti-Tobacco Day into this weekend, right? Because it's 30th and the 31st, to take that advantage and make this weekend all about bringing new customers into your vape shop. And by new customers, we're talking about smokers. The apathy of the industry, right, is our biggest downfall. I see in Europe, for example, or in Greece, where my hometown is, the vape shops are really, really getting into it. One of the biggest chains, Nobaco, like 120 stores, 31% off starter kits on May 31st because it's World Anti-Tobacco Day. For me, for my shops, I'm doing 30% off the entire weekend to capture both days.
Sure.
But I see other businesses as well, too, other vape shops taking advantage of that, enticing vapors to go out and grab a smoker and take them to their favorite vape shop and say, here, give it a try. Even if you lose money on the starter kit. I mean, it's been a rough year all year for vape shops,
Everywhere.
So
I'm actually trying to get a hold of Jackie right now. I want to see if they're doing anything.
yeah, I have not seen, and I'll follow their social media as well, too. I have not seen anything from any vape shop in the United States or even websites. Just discouraging. But that won't stop us. We're here to talk about something very, very serious. And World Vape Day is very, very serious. It is a movement that has been designed, created, and promoted by various organizations. I am going to switch here to my share screen and get you to the main page so you guys can kind of take a look at what's happening on the website. This is the worldvapeday.org website. Nice little picture right there. This is from the rally. I know that's Turk on the right. I'm not sure who that left guy is. I thought it was Willie for a second, but it's not. You're going to get a lot of information here about tobacco harm reduction, testimonials from, of course, people that have quit smoking. This is, Phil, I just want to clarify, this is a consumer, right, driven promotion, right?
Yes, it is completely consumer driven. And it's something that, because we're going to talk about the participate page, right? And something that we could like very easily, without a whole lot of effort, get behind and make a difference, right? Because it's really just a hashtag that we want to get out there.
Yes, very, very simple, and and it shouldn't be very, very hard to do. You go to this page, you're going to get some information about smoking. You're going to get some information about safer nicotine products. You're going to see all the organizations that are involved. I mean, this is the the heavyweight collection of consumer organizations from across the world. But you're going to see here Tunisia, Netherlands, France, Spain, Latin America, Argentina, Chile, Colombia, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Peru, Paraguay, New Zealand, India, Asia Pacific, Africa, Kazakhstan, Denmark, Thailand, Europe, Greece, Switzerland, Germany, a couple global movements with INCO, of course, which is the International Consumer Organization, MOVE, NNA from Estonia, Sweden, Norway, Austria, Mexico, Philippines, Brazil, Congo, Malawi, Nigeria, Uganda, Canada. My pronunciation is horrible this morning.
It's okay. Sorry.
Been up late working. Belgium, UK, Finland, another global, of course, the World Vapers Alliance, and Slovenia. The great thing about this website is you can go here. If you're in one of these countries, you can just click on this little icon. This will take you to the page of the actual organization in your country. Okay, makes it very, very easy to follow that page. But it also takes you, if they have a YouTube channel, if it has a Twitter handle. I highly suggest that you follow all these organizations on Twitter, and I'm going to show you how to do it. This is very simple. Very, very simple, right?
Step by step.
When you're up on the desktop here, all you got to do is just click the little Twitter icon. That will take you to the page. You see where it has a little follow right there. You click follow, boom, done. That's it. How easy is that? Even a Phil Busardo can do it. I mean, it's
I was gonna say even Dimitri can do it, but since this is social media, you can go ahead and say even a Phil Busardo can do it.
Even Phil Busardo can do it. So what we're trying to do is going to create movement for Twitter. Now, for those of you that don't know, all right, Twitter is one of the most important mediums in social media, in my humble opinion. More so important for getting a cause across than marketing, okay? We know marketing, Instagram, and all that, we get it, YouTube. But as far as trying to get a message out, Twitter is very, very powerful, right? Trending hashtags, following the right people, getting followers for very important organizations and raising their numbers is extremely important, right? Retweeting very serious tweets that are scientifically driven or politically driven or have a very deep meaning can create a change, okay? I know it sounds like it's crazy, but it really does have an effect in the way that we move forward with a fight. And one thing that you notice, and Phil's been on Twitter lately, the last 5-6 months, he's gotten more involved on it. But one thing that you're going to notice, and Phil, I'm sure you've seen it with your tweets as well too, and when you post something on Taste Your Juice, like a news story, and it goes directly to the Twitter, the numbers have dropped. The numbers of people getting involved and retweeting and sharing and using hashtags has dropped.
It's the same thing that we see time and time again in vaping, right? It's like when the shit. Hold on, I apologize. Like I got all kinds of shit going off. But it seems like when the shit really hits the fan, that's when we see a lot of involvement. We see a lot of groups come out. We see a lot of people get vocal. We see a lot of tweets. We see a lot of retweets. We see a lot of hashtags, and that seems to be what happens. Like when there's a ban coming or when a ban first happens, like, that's when people really get out there and they get involved. But the problem is, if you look at it, it's just always like this. It's like, something's going on and then they forget about it, and something's going on and then they forget about it. We need to be at this level all the time.
Yes.
Especially in this industry, especially with what's going on. And we need to be passionate, and we need to protect it with everything that we have. Yeah. And when you look at, that site that Dimitri just brought up, a lot of work went into that. Somebody did that.
Yeah.
Right. I guarantee you they didn't get paid for it. Right. Yeah. But I mean, when you look at things like that, and when you look at, a lot of these organizations, and when you look at the people who donate their time to fight for the industry, and you look at, the talks and the lives and just everything that happens, there's effort involved. And take some on yourself. Take some on, like, really, this industry potentially saved your life. Is it not worth fighting for? I think it is. I truly believe that I would have had a heart attack, because my father had a heart attack. That if I was still a smoker today, that I would have had a heart attack by now. Right? Especially seeing Dimitri in his underwear. That alone. Like if I was smoking and saw that, oh, drop dead right there, No doubt about that. It's this is like it can solve the cancer issue with smoking related deaths, heart issues. I mean, we're reading a lot of negative because the media is so biased against us. No matter what we do, it's hard to change the narrative, right? But I think we know as a group, vapors know how good this is, how good we feel since we've quit smoking and transitioned to vaping. And some of us have transitioned to vaping, and then you transition off of vaping, and then you don't vape and you don't smoke. Fantastic. I mean, that's terrific. But put some effort into this. Really, guys, put some effort into this. And all we're asking, and all they're asking, right, is to follow these people on Twitter, follow these groups and these organizations on Twitter, and retweet and use that hashtag, and retweet and use that hashtag, and get that hashtag to come up, right?
Yes.
We're not talking about. We're not telling you to leave your homes. We're not telling you to mask up and go in front of, like, get in a group of people. You can do this from the comfort of your own home. Not a lot of work.
Absolutely. Very well said, Phil. One of the biggest drawbacks, I think, in vaping is that people don't understand that there are people doing work. And sometimes you just don't know because you don't get involved. The best thing to do is to get involved why that work is being done. Because once you get involved when something bad happens, guess what? It's usually too late. We've seen that example with New Jersey. I had a couple messages yesterday from New Jersey that people didn't even know that flavors were banned. And a couple of shops that are asking me about bills and stuff like that. And I'm like, what have you been doing for the last 2 years? How can you be in this business? Consumers in New York being upset now that flavors have been banned, they had no idea. So the best approach is to be a proactive advocate, meaning get involved at the beginning, know who the organizations in your country, in your state, in your city, in your town are, get involved with them, and follow exactly what is happening. That way we can get ahead of it. And that's exactly what we're going to do here with, of course, World Vape Day. I'm going to go back on the website. It should be going live now if it's not live already. You're going to see a participate tab on the top right here. You click this participate tab, and that will bring you into what can you do, right? What can we do? What we're going to do is we're going to try to recognize May 30th as the National World Vape Day, right? So this is pretty much a Twitter involved. Let me refresh this just in case they have updated anything soon. But what we're going to do is this is mostly a Twitter related campaign. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to promote on Twitter. They even actually have on here a how-to. If you're new on Twitter, they actually have a video on how you can get on Twitter and participate and do the stuff that they're asking from you.
Is it as good as the demonstration you just did?
I don't think it is, but
Probably not.
But
I'm guessing
listen,
no.
I am going to go on the record and tell you that even if you're having issues trying to get this, you can reach out to me personally, and I will help you get started with Twitter. Okay.
Wow.
Twitter Pro, meaning that you understand how to use Twitter. There's a section for you explaining exactly what the hashtags are. And of course, an easy, again, way here to follow these organizations on Twitter and of course on Facebook. You can follow them on both. And the ask is very, very simple. Okay. What you're going to see here, we have 2 hashtags that we want to promote on May 30th. So basically what we want to see is we want to see these 2 hashtags right here, World Vape Day and Say Yes to THR. We want to see them trending. Okay. And what does trending mean? Trending means that on Twitter, a lot of people are talking about this. So that creates more of a media attention. What is this hashtag, World Vape Day? People look at that, then they click on it, and then they see all the tweets from ex-smokers that transition to less harmful alternative nicotine products and better their lives, improve their health, helped other people quit smoking. Say yes to THR. THR, tobacco harm reduction, and any form of harm reduction should be embraced by governments. Unfortunately, here in the United States, it's pick and choose on how we're going to support harm reduction. We see harm reduction being supported in drug use, right, with various products that have been released to help people get off drugs. Of course, those are profitable for pharmaceutical companies, so it's promoted. But harm reduction in the form of alternative nicotine products does not make any money for pharmaceutical companies. So obviously is not promoted in that same. So we want to get that trending. We want to get say yes to tobacco harm reduction. That is goal for Saturday, May 30th. Now, Sunday, May 31st, World Vape Day, of course, say yes to THR, the same ones as Saturday, May 30th. But we also want to include tobacco exposed, right? This is a very, very important Twitter hashtag simply because May 31st is World Anti-Tobacco Day, okay? So we're trying to hijack the attention of that, okay? Tobacco exposed will be trending from the opposition, meaning Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, blah, blah, blah. I can go on the list of all these harm organizations that are nonprofit out there. They're going to be using this hashtag, tobacco exposed. So what we want to do is we want to basically hijack that tobacco exposed hashtag and penetrate with our message, which is tobacco harm reduction. Okay, do you understand, like, you know, the concept? I hope I explained it correctly and everybody can get it. I don't want to over confuse people. Some of these will be updated, of course, as the day progresses. I know they're working on it today. This is kind of like a sneak peek. But you can also do it with other platforms as well. So Twitter is the main thing, but you can also, of course, do it on Instagram using the same hashtag, World Vape Day. You can do it on Facebook. You can share it on other, pin interest. I don't know, even the corona of the internet, TikTok, if you want to. We can do it there.
Hey, I'm sorry, Dimitri, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just lost power, so I'm running off my battery backups right now. Okay. So if you switch to me, there's no lights except for what's on battery backup. So I don't know how long I'm going to last here, but just to let you know what's going on.
Look at that. That is great. Look at that.
See, like, I know you always bitch about my lighting. This is the perfect opportunity.
You finally got great lighting. That's all I got to say. Anyway, so let me get back to this. Yeah,
I do want to say this. Jackie joined, right? Jackie's here. And Jackie, what we were talking about before, we were wondering if you guys, Naples Vapor, are doing anything for National Vape Day 2020.
Yeah,
So
World
if you can,
Anti-Tobacco Day, May 31st.
and
But anyway,
anti-tobacco day, sure.
so let me get back to this really quick while Phil is working out with his. That's one of the beauties of living in Florida, folks.
Yes,
You
yep,
get
this
you
is
get
it.
you get this all the time. So we said we can use other platforms as well too. You know, you can actually, if you have websites, if you have blogs, you can implement a Twitter feed box into your website. You can select the hashtags that you want it to feed, like World Vape Day, say yes to THR and tobacco exposed, and all those tweets will flow through that plugin on your website as well too, so people that are visiting your website can actually see the tweets that are happening these next 2 days. It's a really cool tool. And you can see here the action. It's all about action. I have come to the point to realize that, look, it's a difficult task, especially now, meaning that through everything that the industry has been to, especially here in the United States. But listen, the problem is not just here, it's international. Look what's happening in Africa, look what's happening in Australia. Vapors, smokers there are having a hard time continuing to have access to these products, right? So this is not just an American problem. But what I find is that the complacency of the consumer is across the board. It's international, okay? And I think at some point, people like us that maybe have a voice that are being followed by some people, and I'm challenging other reviewers and I'm challenging other influential people, stop babying your subscription base just because you want to get views. Stop. Get out there and tell the truth and tell these people to wake up at some point. Tell your subscribers that they need to get active. It's time to stop this babying of this industry. All it does is just pushes us deeper and deeper and deeper in the hole. And all of a sudden, all these products will be removed from the market. And there's only going to be one or two companies selling them. And guess what? They're both going to be big tobacco.
Yeah.
So that is my challenge to various influencers and people that are out there. This is so cool. Having you like dark like that, it's just
No, wait, hold on a second. I think
so
it came
cool.
back. I think it came back.
I've seen the light.
See, my TV is okay. I got to reset everything. That's okay. It's okay.
I've seen the light. All right, let me get to the chat to see if we're. I don't want to make this too long. I want to keep it under 30 minutes to make sure that that this video is shared. Yes. I want to go through and by the way, they said that you looked super tan when your lights.
Oh, when the lights go out, yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Yeah. Let me go through the chat here on YouTube to make sure I did not miss anything. Discord, perfect. Discord is you can promote it on Discord as well too. You can promote it anywhere that you want. Obviously, we want people to get on Twitter. That's the main objective of this campaign is Twitter. Okay, so if you're going to do other social media platforms, make sure that you do Twitter and whatever else you want. Please, we would really appreciate that. We're not going to do any hardware questions. This is not what this video is about, and it's again another issue why people. This is why we're losing the game. It's not about the newest and the greatest and the shiny tightest. You're not gonna have shit unless you participate and do something. My lips don't match my audio. That's okay. The message is still the same, whether it matches or not. Here, I'll hide my lips if that's what's distracting you from participating in World Vape Day. I'll hide my lips behind the microphone.
There's something else that I saw in the chat that it's like one part thank you and one part just so frustrating, right?
Yeah.
Like they're asking when the Aries 2 is going to be available in the US, right? And I so appreciate the fact that you want the tank and you're interested in the tank, but is this the right time? Is that the right place? I mean, we're talking about something that's pretty serious right now. Thank you very much for the support in the tank, as always, you guys. But like, let's try to keep focused and let's try to understand, the importance of what we're doing right now, what we're trying to accomplish, and what you guys should be focused on. Right. Because if this continues, you're not going to have an Aries 2 at any place in the US. Right.
Yeah.
And that's scary. That should be scary to you guys. That should be scary enough for you guys to take action. And, you see, and this is on a much different level, right? But you see what's going on in Minneapolis right now. Do we need to go there? Is that what we need to do? I'm starting to wonder.
I don't think it's a bad idea, actually.
when we continue to have our freedoms and our rights and our liberties taken away from us for no good reason. Absolutely no good reason. And my argument continues to be, if you have T21 in place, you have that, okay, which makes it illegal for anybody under the age of 21 to buy tobacco or vaping products. Okay to go to war and die at 18, but you can't buy, okay, whatever, all right? But shouldn't that be enough? Shouldn't that be enough? So why the bans? Why the additional, trying to shut this industry down? It's completely uncalled for with T21 in place. Because if you're doing a ban on top of T21, basically what you're telling me is you can't enforce the law.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
So, I mean, what else are they going to take away from us?
Everything that they can. There's no doubt about it, Phil. This is what their goal is. Their goal is to eliminate us. All right, let me answer some questions from the chat as best as I can. Portugal is involved. And folks, I said this earlier in the broadcast. If you go to World Vape Day, okay, and you click on the organizations, right, who's involved, you're going to see that all these countries are involved. And Portugal is one of them. Just go there and click. And I mean, I don't have to do everything for you. Just click and see all the countries. They can follow them in your country as well, too. And then retweet the stuff that they post so you can make it local to yourself. All right. The other thing, question from Breestone, why the 30th? It's not really the 30th. What we're doing is we're taking the 30th for World Vape Day, but the actual strategy is to do it both days. Do the 30th and the 31st, okay? With pretty similar message, but what we're doing on the 31st is trying to hijack the tobacco exposed hashtag. But it's both days. What we're taking is the 30th has to be World Vape Day, but we're extending it the entire weekend to be able to get the message across of what we're trying to push, and that is that vaping saves lives. All right, let me see.
I was thinking about it, like why the 30th and not the 31st. It's almost like it's similar to what you guys were trying to do with the public promotion for vaping, where you had the Truth campaign,
the whole truth. Yes,
yours was the whole Truth campaign.
Yes,
kind of
exactly right.
In a way, it's kind of like that.
Yes,
right?
Rangerman $2 super chat. Thank you. We're going to donate that to CASA. Flavor bonds on vaping, but not vodka. That's BS. We totally agree with you, but that's just where we are right now. This is just the situation that we are right now.
Oh, so, I have a photo that I haven't posted yet, and I'll try to find it today. And it's like hypocrisy at its finest. It's vodka flavored ice pops, totally childish. At like, what do you call it? Marketing, the look, everything. It's the push-up pops, but they're alcohol. I mean, yeah, I understand the frustration there for sure.
Thank you, Breeze Tones. All right, if you look right here on your screen right now, you're going to see down here the goals, right? May 30th and World Vape Day and say yes to THR. And then May 31st, these are the hashtags. World Vape Day, say yes to THR, tobacco exposed. WorldVapeDay.org. I do want to, let me switch here to this really quick because I have you on both of the screens. I do want everybody that is watching right now to do me a huge favor. I want everybody that's watching right now to go and follow CASA, okay? Follow CASA. And I'm going to tell you why. Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids has more followers than CASA. It's ridiculous, okay? So go over here and follow CASA, right? 22,000 followers only. The only consumer organization in America, the only voice that consumer vapors have in America. I mean, there's YouTube reviewers that have 180,000 subscribers, folks. I mean, again, I don't know how many times, I don't know how harsh and how raw I have to get to wake people up, okay? Please go give them a follow and then retweet with your followers to follow them as well too. Try to get as many followers as you can. The goal is to surpass 25,000 followers for CASA. That is I am giving you that homework. I'm giving you that task to get 25,000 followers to CASA by the end of this weekend. So by the end of May 31st at 12 p.m. midnight, I want to have over 25,000 followers for Kasai. Can you do that? If you're not going to do anything for me and Phil, can you do that? Right? Very, very simple. Of course, you can follow me and Phil. Our Twitter handles are right there underneath our pretty faces at Vaping Greek and, of course, at P. Busardo. And get involved. If you're intimidated about tweeting, making your own personal message, I highly suggest that you do that. But if you're intimidated, all you have to do is retweet. That's all you have to do. Every time that you retweet, that hashtag, boop, goes up one little algorithm step. Just one little. Every time that you retweet. Space it out every 4 or 5 hours. Just open up your Twitter app, whoop, hit a retweet, done. Done. In 10 seconds, you're done. Very, very easy.
If you subscribe to Dimitri, you will see, and you will experience the love affair between Jerome Adams and Dimitri.
Yeah, really, I love Jerome Adams.
It's really, really beautiful. One of the benefits about subscribing to my Twitter is that every time there's a post on Taste Your Juice, it goes over to Twitter, right? So you'll know if there's a news article that gets put there. You'll know if there's a video, because all of my YouTube videos also go on tasteyourjuice.com. You'll know that. You'll know basically anything that goes on to tasteyourjuice.com also goes to my Twitter, so you'll be notified. So that's kind of a cool thing to do too.
We need, let me see if I have any more questions here, and I'm going to wrap it up. We need the Constitution to be amended. We need a vaping amended into the Constitution as well. Then they will not be able to touch it. Kassan, the voice of the people, can make this happen. Yes, Jeff. I agree with you, but not with 22,000 Twitter followers. Okay. And not only a very small handful of people in this community getting activated when Kassan puts out calls to action. Again, I'm just being completely honest with you. The way that the industry and the community is right now, we have no chance. Okay. I can't get it any more plain and simple for you to understand. Not you personally, but for everybody that's listening. Okay. I cannot get it more. If we don't do something, if we don't get activated right now, there will be no more vaping. Period. Well, there will be no more vaping as you know it and I know it and we all enjoy it. Okay? So challenge your favorite YouTube reviewers. Challenge your favorite Instagram models. Challenge influencers in this industry. It's not all about getting paid for a product. It's all about trying to keep these products around. So issue that challenge and tell people to get involved to promote World Vape Day and to promote the use of Twitter this weekend, May 30th and May 31st for World Vape Day and, of course, World Anti-Tobacco Day. Anything else that you want to add, Phil?
Well, you mentioned something about Challenger. I'm trying to find a photo here real quick. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it up fast enough. No, I'm not. I was going to say, Challenger, your favorite Instagram model. I thought that was me, but everybody's watching me already. But we need to do this. We need to put the word out. We need to get this out. We need to get this hashtag to trend. We need to get Kassa's numbers up. I mean, we've been pushing Kassa since day one. A lot of people have been pushing Kassa since day one, and it's just so sad. It's so sad that the important stuff never gets the number of views, never gets the number of subscribers, never gets the attention that the not so important stuff does. Everybody's got shiny Titus. You want to see the new products. You want to know what's going on, and I think that's terrific. And I think that's good. That's healthy. That's healthy for the industry. But without doing the important stuff, the not important stuff goes away. Right. So we got to do the important stuff too.
Very well said, my friend. Let me amend this here really quick, and we're going to wrap it up. Vapeday.org. That's going to go there. We appreciate you hanging out this afternoon with us. Get involved, do something, and let's try to save vaping. Spread the word of tobacco harm reduction. It's very, very important. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. Keep on vaping.